Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at something very, very old and very, very rare indeed. We are looking at the 1968 release by Century 21 Publications. And this was a free gift that came with issue number 2 of the Joe 90 top secret comic in 1968. Now, each week in the comic, they would give you a secret message that you had to decode. And the only possible way of decoding that message was with this Joe 90 Coderpass. Now, this is one of those Coderpasses that we see in front of us. It's not particularly big. It's quite small. It measures 9 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters, so it's fairly small in comparison, but it does have all the information on here that you need to decode your message. So the messages would be with all these garbled letters, and it would be alpha or beta, and the way you would decode it would obviously, if it's alpha, and if it was alpha number 50, you would go to 5, so it's a 4, and O, which is a 5. And if it said H V A, you go to the H and you see it's a P, go to the U or V and it's a U, and A is a Y, so it's just pay. Or you know, again, all the letters down here correspond with the letters on the alphabet. So you had the alpha code, and if you took the card out and turned it over, popped it back into the decoder, if I can get it back in, and then you had the beta, which again was the same numbers, but in a different order. So they would give you a different code. So that was how the Coderpass worked. Now, on the back of the Coderpass, you had W.I.N, Most Special Agent, the logo from Joe 90. And the Coderpass had Joe 90 on the front, Coderpass, and then the details there. So that was the outer wallet. And the inner wallet, it said, this is to certify that the holder is a member of the World Intelligent Network. And there's the image of Joe 90 in the big rat. It says Sam Louver, Deputy Head, London, and that's again the alpha coding. And if we turn it over to the back, you had a place to key in your name and address. So you had name, someone's put their name here, which is Michael King. There was an area for your photograph to be affixed, and whoever this Michael King was wrote his address, 231 Lennon Meadow Crescent, Shard End, Birmingham, 347LA. And again, that's the beta coding, and that's basically how it worked. So as I say, you would have to have one of these. If you didn't have one of these, you could not read the messages that was in the Joe 90 comic each week. So that Coderpass was your way to decoding. So how well did these items do? Well, considering they came with a comic, they were, yeah, I think very popular. The comic done very well, so everybody that had the comic would have had one of these to help them decode the messages, the regular people that had the comic weekly. So obviously, yeah, the comic was a great success, and it ran for, I'm not quite sure how many issues it ran for, but it did run for quite some time before the series come to an end, and then obviously the comics come to an end. But yeah, it was a good popular line for kids, and as I say, practically everybody who had the comic would have had one of these Coderpasses at that point. However, you know, nearly 50 years on, or 46 years on, no, 56 years on, I should say, beg your pardon, from 1968 to 2024, 56 years on, trying to find these Coderpasses now is like looking for a needle in a haystack, really. They really do not come up very, very often. They are so hard to find, as is with most of the free gifts that came with the comics of the early days. So finding the Coderpass is one thing. Finding it with a comic would be, you know, another thing. Be almost an impossible thing to do. But finding these, I say, finding these is very difficult. I think they do occasionally pop up on some of the platforms, but not very often. And when they do, they are huge money. But it is a memorabilia item. So if you're into Gerry Anderson items, if you're into vintage comics or anything like that, this would be the item for you. Especially if you have the Joe 90 comics from the 60s and you don't have a Coderpass and you can't read the messages, well, here's your opportunity to get the Coderpass and read the messages. So very difficult to find, but yes, you know it. As usual, we at Minus Touch have managed to find a couple, and they're currently available to purchase on the Minus Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, and you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games, and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be the item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.